Hello students, welcome to the new discussion on engineering mechanics. I am Gayatri Mavale, Assistant Professor at Engineering Sciences Department, AISSMS IOIT Pune. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about analysis of trusses and we will be focusing on method of joint. We will solve one practice problem of analysis of trusses by method of joint. Analysis of truss means to obtain support reactions and to obtain magnitude and nature of axial forces in the member of the truss. There are three methods of analysis of trusses, namely method of joints, method of sections and graphical method, out of which method of joint, method of sections are analytical methods of analysis of trusses. In analysis of trusses, we actually consider external equilibrium of whole truss to find reaction forces for the given truss, and we consider internal equilibrium of a truss to find forces in each member. Method of joint is more suitable for solving entire truss, whereas method of section is suitable for finding forces in few members of the truss. Analysis of trusses by method of joint. It is an analytical method of determining the forces in various members of the truss by considering the equilibrium of individual joints one at a time. This method is generally used when the forces in all members of the truss are required to be found. When truss is in equilibrium, its every joint and every member must be in equilibrium. At each joint, forces are forming a system of concurrent forces, and hence two equations of equilibrium are available to find unknowns. These are summation fx equals to 0 and summation fy equals to 0. We have to start our calculation with a joint having two unknowns. Here are steps to analyze a truss by method of joint. First of all, we have to draw FBD of given truss. Then use summation moment equals to 0, summation fx equals to 0 and summation fy equals to 0. These three equations of equilibrium we can use to find out support reactions. Then draw FBD of a joint where number of unknowns are 2 only. And for that FBD, we can use summation fx 0 and summation fy equals to 0. Repeat step C and D to find remaining member forces. To solve problems of cantilever trusses, we have to start from outermost cantilever joint. Now, before actually starting with the practice problem, let us discuss how to show forces in members of the truss. See, in analysis of truss, we have made certain assumptions like force in member of the truss is acting along axis of the member. Now, forces acting along members of the truss may be compressive in nature or it may be tensile in nature. Suppose for a given truss, forces in different members are having natures as shown in table. Then we can show compressive force in a member with pair of arrows which are going away from each other, or in other word we can say arrowheads are compressing the joints. And to show tensile force, we have to draw two arrowheads coming towards each other, or we can say this is pair of arrows which are going away from joints for that member. Now in a truss shown in figure, if I want to show force AB which is compressive in nature, so force AB can be shown compressive in nature by showing two arrows like this. This is compressive force FAB. Force FAD is a zero force member in this truss, so its nature is not shown there. Force in DC member is again compressive member. So FDC compressive can be shown with two arrows going away from each other. Force in BD member is tensile in nature, and it can be shown by two arrows coming towards each other like this. Further, force in BC member is again compressive, and compressive force in BC member can be shown with two arrows like this. This is how we can show nature of different forces along members of the trusses. Now let us try one practice problem on analysis of truss by joint, method of joint. Question is, determine forces in each member of the truss. Here we want to find forces in each member of the truss, so it is better to use method of joint. And further we have to state the members are in tension or in compression. So very first step to solve this problem is to draw FBD of a given truss. For this truss, two forces are acting at B and C joints, which we have to show as it is in FBD. Further, at A point, it's a roller support. So reaction RA must be vertical. At D joint, hinge support is there. For hinge, we have assumed one vertical and one horizontal reaction. Direction of reactions here shown are assumed by me. So our assumption may be correct, it may be wrong, that we will come to know after doing calculations. Now look at this FBD, and now next we have to use equations of equilibrium for this FBD. So I will use first summation of moment of all forces about any point is equals to 0. I can take moment about D point as there are two unknowns. So moment of RA about D point will be RA into 3, and it will rotate clockwise about point D. So the moment is negative. Then 600 Newton force will rotate anti-clockwise about point D, and the moment is plus 600 into 3. Now 800 Newton force is inclined force, so its horizontal component 800 cos 60 will make anti-clockwise movement about point D, and that's why for 800 cos 60 moment is positive. Further, vertical component of 800 force, that is 800 sin 60, will pass through point D, so its moment is 0. If you do these calculations, you will get RA equals to 1133.33 Newton. RA we got positive here, it means direction of RA what we have shown is correct. Now to find out dy and dx, we have to use summation fx equals to 0 for same FBD. Now for summation fx, dx I have assumed with minus direction, that is towards left. So minus dx, further minus 800 cos 60 is equals to 0. Only two horizontal forces are there in this FBD. So I come to know that dx is 400 Newton. I got negative answer. It means whatever direction of dx I have assumed, it is wrong, and dx must be actually like this. Summation fy equals to 0 for given FBD will give me value of dy. In summation fy equation, dy is vertically upward. Then Ra, which we have calculated in first step, that is 1133.33 Newton, is vertically upward. So positive in this equation, minus 600 minus vertical component of 800 Newton force. After making calculation, we get answer for dy positive. It means direction of dy what we have assumed is correct, and its value is 159.49. To find out forces in all members of the truss, now next step is to draw FBD of joint of this truss such that in that FBD there will be only two unknown forces. If we start with D joint, then for D joint dx and dy are known, but forces in three members are unknown. So we cannot start with D joint. I have drawn here FBD of joint A, because at FBD of joint A only two forces are unknown, which are force in AB member and force in AD member. I have assumed both these forces going away. For this FBD, when I write summation fx equals to 0, there is only one force in x direction and it must be 0 then. So I get FAD is a 0 force member. For same FBD, when I write summation fy equals to 0, we get FAB plus RA equals to 0. And this gives me that FAB is 1133.33 Newton, but as I get negative answer, it means whatever assumption we have made for direction of FAB is wrong, and it must be then compressive. So this is how we come to know that forces in FAD and FAB members. To find out forces in remaining members, let us now draw FBD of joint D. For FAD member, we know that force is 0. So I have marked that force as 0 in this FBD. Forces in BD and DC member we have assumed are tensile. Use summation fx for this FBD, and so I get 400, which is dx, minus FBD cos, this angle is 53.13 for the inclined force. After making calculation, we come to know that FDB is 666.66 Newton, and we got positive answer for it. It means direction of FBD is tensile as we have assumed it. Now use summation Fy equals to 0 for this FBD, which gives me value of FDC, and it comes negative. It means direction of FDC what we have assumed is wrong. It is not tensile, but it must be compressive. To find force in FBC member, we have considered FBD of joint B. At joint B, FAB we know. Force in BD member also we have calculated. Now force in only BC member is unknown. So to find out force in BC member, we can use summation Fx equals to 0, and it gives me that FBC is 399.99 Newton with negative sign. It means, as we have assumed earlier, FBC is tensile, so we get negative answer. It means it is not tensile but it is compressive like this. Now whatever answers we have got for magnitude and nature of forces in different members, that we can tabulate as shown here. In this lecture we have seen analysis of trusses by method of joint, and we have solved practice problem. You can try this example and find forces in all members of the truss by method of joint. Thank you for being with me.